Welcome, you have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review is Emily the Criminal. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. So let's go over the cast. We have Aubrey Plaza plays as Emily, Theo Rossi plays as Yusuf, Bernardo Mendillo plays as Javier, Megan plays as Liz, and Jonathan Avigdori plays as Khalil. Other people, but those are the main cast that you need to follow. So this is like a movie that I've seen on Netflix, and to build content and to review most things that I watch. I said, why not? Let me do a review on it. So this movie takes place with Emily, who starts off her at an interview, and the office manager is asking her questions about her past, criminal past, and she basically stated that she just had a DUI. And he really had her full history. Of course, she didn't want to tell her full history. So he confronted her basically saying, well, you're going to be dealing with some high priority documents, so we need honesty. Why didn't you tell me, pretty much? And she explained why. And he proceeded to ask her more into what she got a felony for. And so she pretty much said no, and she told him off, pretty much saying, if you already had my information, you shouldn't even ask me that. You should just came out with it. And basically she's looking at, why should I have to come out and tell my full history, and then you still not get my job, give me an opportunity. So she has $60,000 worth of student loan debt. She's working as a carrier that delivers food to businesses, and times is rough. So one time she's coming back to work. One of her coworkers got to go to um, their child's event, and they need her to pick up their shift at night. So she doesn't like being downtown at night. However, he said, I'm gonna hook you up. So he put her on to this number to call, and the number that she calls, she said she can make a quick $200. So you then meet her friend Liz, who career's taking off. She's going on business trips for the company she works for, and she's excelling. Meanwhile, you got Emily sitting back looking at, her life is spiraling down. So she makes this phone call for the quick 200. When she goes there, she finds out that it's like a seminar, and Yusuf is there explaining to everybody that basically this is credit card fraud, and they make fake credit cards. They have a list of items that they want you to go to the store and get. They make fake IDs for you. Go in the store, purchase the card, and as soon as you bring the card back, they give you the $200. So she goes and does it, and she's nervous, but she did. She was successful. Took her $200. So the guy, pretty much, Yusuf, was like, here, keep the burner phone, and I got another situation, another job for you. This time it'll pay $2,000. So at first she was like no, but when her reflecting on not being able to have success in her life, she's struggling. She's pretty much like, why not? So she calls him back. This time she's going to some underworld to purchase a car. Now with this car, they give her a fake check, and they give her the unlimited black card. So she got 8 minutes. It's going to take 8 minutes for the bank to confirm that the check is a real check or not. So she has to get in there, sign all the papers she needs to sign, and get gone. So she gets in there. They pretty much say, "You don't want to see the car?" She was like, "No, my boyfriend already seen it the day before. I'm just here to pick it up." Give him the car. The car went through. She's counting down. So when she gets in the car, she's ready to pull off. But then the guy was like, "Excuse me for a second. I need you to step out of the car." And she knew the jig is up at that point. So she just peeled off, rolled out, and he followed her. And then when he approached her, he threw mace in her face. She threw mace in his face, and she got loose. So when she got back to Yusuf and Khalil, pretty much she threw the keys at him. He had the 2004, but she got hit in the process when she was scuffling with the man, and her nose was bleeding. Yusuf pretty much started taking a liking to her and told her, "Let me give you a ride back." He said, "You need to put ice on your nose and everything." She put ice on her nose. So she's beginning to talk about her life, what's going on, and what she did. She went to school for art, and of course she got all this debt, and she want to make money to clear her debt. He starts talking. His goal is to get some duplexes and fix them up the way he want to fix them and rent them out. So that's his goal. That's why he's doing this. So he puts her on to how she can create her own credit cards and start doing her own hustle. And he showed her the whole process. So she started going in, and he told her it's a process. Never going to the same store twice, or I think it's twice in 1 week. So she's hustling, she's making money, she's selling. Told her she gonna be dealing with a lot of cash, so she should get a safe, and she does that. And he also told her don't sell at her house. So somebody, her friend was going out of town, wanted her to watch her dog. So somebody called her, "Hey, you still got that item?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm not in that area." So to make that money, she had them come to her house, flag. They came first. They showed up. No one showed up at first, and then she just thought that was weird, and she started to step off. So this guy ran up. He had a girl with him, and he was pretty much like, "Hey, uh, yeah, we want to get that, TV and stuff like that." And she was like, "Well, just stay there." And he's like, "No, I'm just come up. I didn't came all the way here. You ain't got to come back down." He still was walking towards her, so that was a flag. And when she seen that he was up to no good, she tried to run in the apartment and slam the door. He pretty much forced his way in, pulled out a knife, and by this time, Yusuf, he did give her stun gun, but she couldn't get to it. So he pulled out a knife, pretty much told her, like, "I know what you doing out here. Where's the money? I know you got cash." And she pretty much told him it was a safe where the money was. And her and his girlfriend, they took the money and took her friend's dog. And so right after they left, she ran and got her stun gun. They didn't just get in the car and pull off. They got in the car. You could tell they were junkies. So they got in the car. She ran right up on him and just zapped him with the stun gun, and pretty much zapped his girlfriend with his, pulled her out and pretty much took her license and information, pretty much telling her, "Hey, listen, y'all got my address, but I got y'all address too." So she took her money back, took the dog back. Then what she did was she took her the dog back to the friend. The friend was back. The friend was looking to get her a job at her where she works at. However, there wasn't an opening. And then right at that party that she showed up when the friend returned, there was an opening. She got her an interview or whatever. Now, have you seen any trailers? There's a trailer rolling around that where she interviewing with her friend's boss, and the boss pretty much want her to do a 6-month intern, and she's not going to get paid, and that doesn't sit well with her because she got bills and how she's going to survive in 6 months. And so the boss pretty much telling her this is an opportunity, you need to take it. So she had a back and forth with the boss and just left. By this time, Khalil, which is Yusuf's friend partner, is feeling some type way that he's dealing with Emily. So he wants to cut Yusuf out the business because there's a video circulating online that showing Emily is a person wanted because she did fraud. So Khalil's like, she's bad for business, and you was dealing with her. So he want to cut cut Yusuf out the business, and he did. So Yusuf was going to cut him out the business and take all the money and clear the warehouse out. But before he could do it, Khalil already did it. So he thought everything was over. He tried to blame Emily at first, like, this is your fault because you went to the store twice, and she pretty much was saying he was going to do this to you regardless. He just needed a reason. And so now Yusuf is upset because he can't get his duplex. They called him saying they need a down payment. So I thought at this moment Emily had $15K saved up. She was going to give him that money, but she was pretty much like, nah, you need to go back in. We need to go find Khalil and get it back. So she gave him a pep talk, pumped him up, and you find out that her felony that she had was a domestic felony she had, where she had a problem with her ex-boyfriend and she hurt him. So it shows that she's not no stranger for confrontation. So she shows up to the house where Khalil is, and she zaps the first dude, stuns him, and they put him in the trunk, drove him off somewhere, text everybody in the house telling them that he got carjacked and he needs help. So a few of the guys left out. When they went in, Khalil was still in there, and so they couldn't find him. He kind of felt it was something off, so they couldn't see anything. Before they know it, he came out of the back and hit Yusuf in the head with something, knocked him out, but hit him pretty bad where he looked like he was dying. Him and Emily, Khalil and Ellie, got into a struggle. Emily had a box cutter. She was able to stab him up pretty good and asked him, I'm going to kill you if you don't tell me where the money is. He told her where the money is in the refrigerator. She took a big bag of money, called the ambulance for Khalil, and now Yusuf left his keys in the house. So he was bleeding out, saying he needed medical attention. She couldn't find his keys, of course, so she pretty much looked at Yusuf. She looked at the bag of money, grabbed the bag of money, told Yusuf she's sorry, and she stepped. Then it shows a scene with the cops knowing where she lived at, kicked in the door. Of course, she wasn't there. Early in the movie, she did sit down and tell Yusuf that she wanted to go to South America and travel the world. So at the end of the movie, it shows her picking up painting again, and she was in South America, but now she's running her own criminal business, where Yusuf was running that type of business, but it showed her now explaining to the people how to move and the quick money that they could make. And that's how it went off. So it's an okay movie to watch. Nothing special. Just if you need something to watch, I refer this to something to tune into. Out of my 4-star rating system, I get us a 2 out of 4 stars. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.